and welcome back to Spanish class. I sure hope that you guys had a great holiday. And we're going to start the new year in Spanish talking about winter. It's not my favorite time of year, but before you guys left for vacation, I gave you all a packet of papers. On the very front page is a list of words. It's duplicated on the bottom. You only have to do them once. I'm going to go through most of them and tell you what they mean, and I need you to write in the words so you understand them. So let's get started. The first one is el invierno, which you know is winter. Bajar is a verb. It means to go down. The opposite, which is down that list a little farther, is subir, which means to go up. We'll talk about those conjugations in a little while. La temperatura is temperature. Hace frío is it's cold. La nieve is snow. Nieva is the third person conjugation of the verb nevar. N-E-V-A-R, which means it's snowing or it snows. It's only conjugated in the third person. We'll talk about that later too. La estación de esquí is the ski station. La montaña is the mountain. El pico is the peak. La ventanilla looks like la ventana. It's a small window or a ticket window. La boleteria is the ticket office. El boleto is a ticket. El teleski is the ski lift. And el telesilla is the chairlift. La esquiadora is a skier or the skier. And there's that word subir, which means to go up. El or la no snowboarder or el snowboard is pretty self-explanatory. El bastón is the staff, and el esquí is a ski, like a little ski. El gorro is hat. Los guantes is gloves. Las botas is boots. El anorak is actually a pullover winter jacket. La jaqueta de esquí is a ski jacket. El casco is a helmet, something to protect your head, like when you're skiing or snowboarding. La pista is a track. La pista avanzada is an advanced track. And la pista para principiantes is for beginners, the principal ski track. Patinar is a verb, and it means to skate. Patinar sobre el hilo is skating among the ice or on the ice or ice skating. Practicar el patinaje sobre el hilo is practicing ice skating. El or la patinador or patinadora is an ice skater, and el patín is actually the skate. La pista de patinaje is a skating rink. And if you say la pista de patinaje al aire libre, it's an outdoor skating rink. Tener miedo means to be afraid. Sometimes if you're trying something new, like ice skating or snowboarding, you might be afraid. Remember that tener needs to be conjugated into the tense you want it to be. So if you're going to say I'm afraid, it would be tengo miedo. Pasar means to pass, and el fin de semana, we've had that before, means the weekend, and we still have 5 more days until the weekend. Those are our vocabulary words that we're going to utilize over the next 2 weeks during our remote learning period. What I would like you to do is not only to write the word next to it on the sheet there, but I would like you to write those words out 2 times each, Spanish and English, on loose leaf paper, and snap me a picture of that you completed it. For Tuesday, I would like you to continue with this vocabulary. There were 5 verbs in that vocabulary list. They were subir, bahar, passar, patinar, and practicar. What I would like you to do is conjugate each of those verbs, both in the present and the preterite tense. So I have snapped some pictures, I conjugated them on index cards so that you can see what they look like. They all conjugate in the regular forms except for practicar. Practicar in the first person present tense is practique, and it ends in Q-U-E. I guess they didn't like practico. So make sure you make a note that that is an irregular form in the conjugation. And like I said, the rest of them conjugate all the same way. So if we were to look at a verb like patinar, patinar conjugates patino, patinas, patina, patinamos, and patinan. In the preterite, it conjugates patine, patinaste, patino, patinamos, and patinaran. One means I skate, and one means I skated. Again, snap me a picture at the end of the day that you have completed the conjugation of those 5 verbs, both in the present and the preterite tense. Make sure when you conjugate them, you put them somewhere where you're going to have them, because we're going to use them for a future project. Have a great day. One little note, actually, too. I mentioned that practicar was irregular in the first person present tense, and I actually meant first person preterite tense. So pay attention to that. That was my mistake. Also, when you're writing these words out, pay attention to the accent marks. Remember that sometimes if the accent mark is missing, it would be wrong because it would be a different word.